a place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know? That'll be just swell. How are we? How are we? Sorry, how are you? That's what I should be asking. How are you? How are yous? Yous alright? Yous? Botrix hasn't been changed. I'll have to change that on the fly. I forgot about that. Are we logged in? Not even looked at that. Oh, I have, yeah, that's alright. Yeah, we're alright. Tom Ash, lovely video today, mate. I was impressed with that. Always welcome seeing stuff like that. More than happy. Where are we? Get here, you bastard. Esther, how are you? I'm Andy. Sam, ads on laptop. All the 24p's coming in. Also, Tomash, YouTube Premium, I get a cut of that as well. So you don't need to watch the videos, I still get a cut. Which is what the those of us in the trade refer to as a right Brucey bonus. I was meant to do something else as well, wasn't I? It was the bottom line of chat, wasn't it? Let me see if I can fix that while we're here as well. Where is it? Where is it, you bastard? There you go. You'll have to just cover the chat bit at the top. I don't care anymore. I just don't care. There you go. Well, at least you can see everything. Where's the other thing? Hang on. Get over there, you bastard. Considering I've had a day off, I have managed to do absolutely everything and nothing at the same time. So ill prepared for this stream, despite spending ages earlier on trying to fix things. Which hopefully some of it I have fixed. Not all of it. The hat, the famous Toffee's hat. Buffering to feck for thee. Could be me. Better on your cellular mobile there. Just took a photo out the windy. Is that out the windy? See if this bastard works today. Come on, work. There you go. It did. Oh, glorious. Look at that. That looks like it's been painted. Painted. Glorious. Thank you, Casper. Can't read it out, alright. Doesn't matter anyway. Cathedral video has been pinned. We need people to see that because it was, quite frankly, fantastic. Yeah, the creators get a cut of the YouTube Premium, we do. Because it would normally run adverts. We get paid as though it has run adverts. So I think a lot of the channels where people are not monetized but adverts are being shown, that money doesn't necessarily go straight to YouTube, but it does get, they get their take of it, we get some of ours as well, which is nice. Where you live always looks lovely. It does. It looks a really nice little area. I always like that. Especially if the weather looks nice. If the sky looks nice, that helps, I think. So I've been led to believe. Bastard. Fucker of a day today, man. I had to go to the dentist this morning, which was, what time was that? 10 to 9 appointment. And I need work doing. £700 needed next week or the week after. Fortnight's time. 700 bloody quid. Ah well. I'll sell another kidney. They grow back, don't they? Couldn't tell you when you were last in. Bit of a flying visit, point to point in town. But enough to get some footage and to not overthink it. It worked great. Really did. Phone was delayed even though no ads. Live finally on both devices. Sam, thank you very much. It's a lovely area. You're buying a gimbal for your camera so you make some videos, just walking in nature. That's always the stuff to do, man. Always the stuff to do. 700 quid. I know. I need a crown. Thomas. It's the Crown Thomas affair. The Crown affair, Thomas. Something like that anyway. 700 bloody pound. £100 deposit today. So I'll be eating soil for the rest of the week. Needs to be done though. So I was knackered, knackered. I've tried to fix everything as much as possible. There will be things that don't work, I know that. Almost guarantee you there are things that will not work. And when I shut all this down tonight, if I switch it back on tomorrow, again, they will not work. Because it's an absolute pain in the hoop. I don't know what's going on between Stream Deck and OBS, but seems like they're having some kerfuffles betwixt them. Don't like it. Don't like it. A new hat? Ooh, could I get a crown? Would that be pushing it too far? It is kidney, spleen, liver, everything. All needs, everything must go. Hopefully then at that point that'll be the last of the major spending. Normally when I go there it's just quick check-up, hygienist, quick check-up, hygienist. He just said today, probably a better idea if we do this. Just to protect the tooth that's there. Alright, sound. Sort it, mate, not asked. But I need all the 24p's I can find, so I might have to start getting out and filming everything that moves, including things that don't move. I knew there was something. No, when you know there's something. The dentist is frustratingly expensive. It is. Considering there should be NHS dentists, there isn't. There's nothing. And just means more appointments. More appointments with people in white coats and things. I don't mean nut houses, but you know what I mean. You stopped watching KB, King Boomer, when he started wearing the crown. Maybe not. Have you? Obviously, you've not seen any of his videos for the last 6 months or so. He loves the Fast Show. So he started doing his openings as often as possible as Ed Winchester. He's got the mic and everything, and he obviously got the voice. Second thoughts, yeah, I was wondering what you meant by that. Yeah, hi, I'm Ed Winchester, and then starts his video. It actually is quite funny. But yeah, I don't know what you mean. I wouldn't crown myself the king, Mandy. I wouldn't do that. If anything, I'm an emperor. intergalactic supreme emperor of the universe. The police called round earlier. Did you know an AB? No. Did you know an SG? No. Did you know a QP? No. Hang on, officer, am I being accused of something? No, they were just making initial inquiries.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed, very poor.
That's actually very good.
That is very good. Very good. That is very funny.
Worked. It is. It's a chalkboard. Chalkboard. It's a chalkboard. We'll try something soon though as well. I don't know if it'll work or not, but we will try something. Just to see what it looks like. I spent hours, and I do mean hours, trying to fix things. Because it's been an absolute pain in the hoop. Yeah, no walk. Not managed to go for a walk yet. And right now is the perfect weather for walking. It was raining earlier. I've not been out apart from to dentist. I've done nothing. Galactic Overlord is unfortunately taken, but the Merseyside Ripper is up for grabs. I could do that, couldn't I? Get myself a cape. You are in a class about to be suspended. Yeah, good rain yesterday. All rain is good rain. A very, very strange fact which came out today. We're on the 3rd of June, aren't we? The first 2 days of June has provided more rain in the UK than the whole of May. We had a particularly dry May, and then we've had 2 days of absolute non-stop rain. Incredible. So of course, after having a really warm, because it was ridiculously hot as well actually, at times during May, the reservoirs and things will definitely need topping up with rain, so we need some of this. And everything looks amazing. Who was I watching? Another one of those Americans living in the UK, and I can't remember which one it was, but he was just going on about something that people didn't really tell you about before you come over, but you should really know about is it rains all the time. He said, yeah, it doesn't matter if it rains all the time because look, it produces this, and he put the camera around it. It was just green everywhere. He said, absolutely love it. Everywhere you go looks so luscious and wonderful. We wouldn't have that without rain. We need it. Mott the Hoople. All the young dudes, man. You had semi-adequate spring rain. Mostly glad the front cooled things off, I can imagine. Denmark's also had unusually low precipitation all year. It was drought warnings, risk of forest fires. It's crazy. And then considering, and here's the worst thing about it as well, Casper. If you've got drought warnings, risk of forest fires, and then you have the thunder and lightning that we had all over Northern Europe last week. That's how forest fires can start. Dry, really, really dry, to the point like grass is like paper, and then lightning strikes. Dangerous, man. Muy peligroso, as they say in Japan. You could be out in the garden longer today without wanting to pass out. That's a good sign, isn't it? Much more tolerable. It was actually cold today. Actually cold. June, and I was wearing a coat. Not good, is it? Oh, so I am knackered, man. I even went to the dentist, come home, did not make a cup of tea. I went to bed, put some tunes on, got into bed, and I was cold in bed. So I just managed to warm up slightly, fall asleep for a bit, but not enough. Exhausted with a capital Hex. Hopefully the weather's all right tomorrow, so I can get out with the camera at least. Now I have some catching up to do. Wild weather is definitely the norm at the moment, all over the world, and it's about to get worse as well, isn't it? We've got a particularly strong El Nino coming up, which could cause utter kerfuffles, especially in the Pacifics and the Americas. Horrible. There's the abnormal normal. They definitely supported Toronto in '72. Proto-punk band, if I remember rightly. They're done the World Service. Because we get El Ninos on a fairly regular basis, which are dangerous. The problem is when we get La Nina, which is like twice as dangerous as well. It's one or the other. El Nino is either west to east, really warm underwater currents. La Nina is the opposite direction. That causes even more troubles. But it's all based around the Pacific. And then it affected the Americas, the Pacific Islands, Australia, New Zealand, also as far as the likes of India, the subcontinent. These countries that rely on the monsoons for rains suddenly lose them. Places that are normally wet have drought. Places that are normally deserts are suddenly absolutely covered in floods and all kinds. Dry, and then they're playing World War III there, so many fires in April and May. Got to be so careful. We had it a few years ago where it didn't rain for like 3 or 4 weeks without not a drop of rain. Everyone's front gardens had gone from luscious green to yellow and brown. And we got warned about potential forest fires and grass fires. And people were going up onto the hills and things like Saddleworth Moor and places like that, having barbecues. It's lovely, out in the sunshine having a barbecue. Next thing you know, the entire fucking fell and the moors and all that were on fire. Just stupid, man. 11th of May was the last night with sub-zero temps. Last night's low was only 14. There's a huge swing, isn't it? 14C in the space of a couple of weeks is unheard of. La Nina is the cooler version. El Nino is the warm current surface. But the way the effects is like, it's horrible, isn't it? It affects it in a different way as well. The world's gone mad. I think it's the world trying to fix itself. That's why you get these things happening. Oh, bollocks. I miss Spring Watch again. Seeing as though it starts at 8 o'clock, and so did I. I'm up against Spring Watch. I feel sorry for them, really. How could they possibly win? But yeah. Glory. What is the weather like? I'm going to find out now. The weather. Horrific, horrific, horrific. Horrific. I don't need tonight, I need tomorrow. Rain, rain, rain. Bit of sun, rain, 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 rain. You bastards. As long as I can get out and have a walk, it doesn't really matter about rain, does it? As long as I can get out there. I hope James Lovelock was right with his Gaia theory. You think Bill Hicks was more right in that we're a virus with shoes? We are. Definitely. Bill Hicks was brilliant. The 29th of May, the low was 1.8 and the high was 25.7. That is a proper swing, isn't it? The other day it was grey and the temperature barely variated more than 1 degree in 24 hours. Cray, man. Gaia means earth. Isn't that the mother? Gaia. People think barbecues, campfires, etc. are safe because they're confined. They are, aren't they? They are completely safe and confined, apart from, I don't know, like the embers, the glowing embers, the ash, the sparks coming off there, people dropping things, knocking them over, drunk. Apart from that, they're completely safe. Feckin' Egypt. Feckin' Egypt. It's always weird when it's grey all day in June because it's bright for so long you really lose your sense of time. Yeah, so it's a really long day of daylight but no sunshine. Mother Earth, thought so, yeah. An ember is the glowing bits of, not ashes, what are they? Tiny bits of fuel that's left over that glow in the end of a fire. As a fire's going out, whatever's left that's still sort of hot, it's in there. The last little bits. You can start another fire with embers. Throw a few more twigs on, start poking them, whip your poker out, and then next thing you know, you've got a blaze again. So these things, try and hold an ember in your hand, you will burn. So when they hit really, really dry grasslands and what have you, they just hit straight away as soon as they hit them. Fuego, fuego, man. Peligro, fuego. People do not pay any kind of attention to how burning matter particles can travel. Which is how most fires actually spread, isn't it? Unless it's something like a house fire, which moves. Obviously, the fire itself can reach wherever it goes in a house. It can reach the next little thing. Outdoors, proper like huge, massive desert fires and things are normally done by either hot air, hot gases superheating the next line of fuel up, and that catching fire, or embers and things getting blown. It's so dangeroso. Gloed. Tell this by one, you have sheets on the line to dry and every neighbour decides to have a barbecue, and then you smell like a teenage boy, don't you? Have you been setting fires? I haven't, I can smell you. Fueled by wood soaked in diesel. Oh, yeah, man. Wind plays a big part, it definitely does. Which is why, I mean, the bad fires that you had in California, was it Pacific Palisades, all that area? The millionaires and billionaires were going mad. How did this manage to go as far as it did? And then the people in charge are saying to them, we could have put things in place, but you wouldn't have it, would you? You wouldn't have it. We could put brakes in there. Just a whole slice cut out of the way where there's nothing combustible. But you didn't want any of that, did you? No. You are forbidden from using burning drums for garden matter. Oh, trash as some may do, alright, inside city limits. Outside though, people absolutely do fires to process. So any old shite you'll burn outside the city. Fumes aren't healthy. I find it amazing how we're getting ourselves to a point where we're tackling, really are doing everything we can to tackle CO2 in the oxygen in the air, CO2 in the air. And as soon as we're starting to get somewhere in this country, everyone starts buying log burners. Well, it's lovely in the garden. Yeah, but the more stuff you burn, the more goes up there, for fuck's sake. Sun concentrated through glass, yeah. Take rubbish home, especially broken glass. It does, doesn't it? No one ever mentions that either. If a bottle's left out and it's the right shape, or rather the wrong shape, and the sun hits it, it's a little magnifying glass. Take thine shite with you. A few years ago there was a lot of forest fires. I remember it being 30 degrees above the Arctic Circle in northern Sweden. Sweet feckin' Jesus. 2014. It shouldn't be anywhere near that temperature in the Arctic Circle. broken glass. It's horrible, isn't it? Is it stuck? Is that just moved? The last song before this, I think, was a 28-minute song, so... I don't think the hottest kick will work. I don't even know where it is. Is it under other? How does that work? But nothing else did. Fucking no. Annoying AF. Annoying AF. There's still more I need to do on this to make it all fixed, but for the time being. Don't push you because you're close to the edge. You're trying not to lose yourself. It's not close to the edge, by the way, either. It was Van der Graaf generator. A plague of lighthouse keepers. A plague of lighthouse keepers. That's a plague of lighthouse keepers. From the album Porn Hearts. It is Kate Bush, who needs to be really careful she doesn't combust during summer. Ali Alio, good evening, good evening. Yeah. A few things I need to fix. Well. Yeah, this stream has got far too complicated. That's all I'm saying. I've watched other people's streams, other people who've got really professional looking streams, and it doesn't involve a quarter of what I have to do on this thing. And they've got people working with them, pressing buttons for them. All my buttons are my own. All my buttons are my own. Good news. Book 1 finally finished. Ugh. How many pages? Was it 900 or something you said, wasn't it? Or alternatively, an Imperial British fuck ton of pages. Ali, how's things on the Emerald Isle? Emerald because of rain and sunshine, of course. Bloody beautiful, bloody beautiful. Oh. Sponsor me thermos, you bastards. Still hot. Still hot. Ah, man. Lie in tomorrow. Lie in tomorrow. Chill. I've said that for the last week and I've woke up early pretty much every single day. You know yourself, the weather is a bit meh. Lulu Bellatini, stop moaning. You have your own graphics department. Do you know what I do, Louise? I do. And I am forever grateful for that. But also at the same time, when you have to start fixing things, it's just, there's too much stuff on there. It's mad. Far too much stuff. Hopefully, Jean-Jers crossed. Whatever I fixed it with, another plug-in, whatever I fixed it with, works. Otherwise, I'm going to cry. 772 books, pages. Book 2, only 688. A mere pamphlet, a novella, if you would like. Green, green, green. The green, green grass of Rome. So how's things 38,000 feet up Mount Pendle? Lula Bellatini. Over there, just over there, Mount Pendle. Still waiting for the vocals for Pet Picks. Oh, I know. Remind me tomorrow, Mandy, remind me tomorrow. Lots of people struggle with that. Possibly because L and I look the same, don't they, when you're on either texting it or putting it onto YouTube. Not seen Conor in ages. It's been a while, hasn't it? Seen one of his videos pop up the other day, or a live stream or something pop up. Couldn't even jump on, I was working. Well, when I say I was working, I was sat at my desk drinking tea, but, you know, I had my headset on, waiting for phone calls to come through. Which means you can't really have stuff playing in the background. Otherwise, you can kick off, lads, you know what I mean, lad? Yes, Tom. How's Mrs. Tom? Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? And how's Domingos Duarte Delgado más guapo del mundo, eh? I always imagine Domingo to be sat outside a cafe in the sunshine, somewhere in South America, drinking coffee, smoking Cuban cigars, wearing a sun hat. Pavement philosophising and having arguments with other cats. You know what I mean? Like all those mad old films you used to watch years ago. There's always some fella sat outside playing chess with someone, talking about socialism. I am wearing Nederland 74. They're playing at the moment. You can't be bothered one bit because it's not 74. If Johan was playing himself, you'd be, well, not playing with himself, but Johan himself was playing, you'd be watching. The man, the myth, the legend, the Maverick. I do like a Maverick. There was a TV show, a series on, I think it might have been Netflix, about Mavericks. So I had the likes of Alex Higgins, people like him. Amazing. Football had its fair share of Mavericks. Back in the 70s anyway. Tony Curry, Stan Bowles, Rodney Marsh, George Best, Robin Friday. Loads of them, man. Do a boss. You picture Domingo terrorising Ninja Spuds. We did have a picture of that somewhere, didn't we? Domingo with a suit and a cigar and a straw hat, obviously, keeping the sunshine off him. I am kicking at the moment. Ali. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Tomash is all right. Tired after his directing, obviously. Mrs. Tom has a migraine. Oh, sorry to hear that, Mrs. Tom. Hope it goes. Domingo is on his hammock with a full belly. That works as well. Stow no. Who are he playing? Who's playing tonight? The Democratic Republic of Congo is playing Denmark. Netherlands against Algeria. Luxembourg, Italy. Oh, Kyrgyzstan versus Kenya has been cancelled. Mad. Ah, well, there you go. Oh, we have some Domingo spam. Look at that. Let's see if we can get a close-up of him there. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Isn't he glorious, man? Particularly like the not green flowers. We like a bit of not green on here. What's he looking at? Is that a 777 coming over? Is that the EasyJet to Alicante, lad? I can imagine him just going like, what lad? What lad? What? And what? What lad? Glorious. Glorious Domingo action. He am the man. For some reason Google keeps pinning odd matches. I know exactly what you mean. Because I watch, well I don't watch, I keep an eye on like lower leagues and what have you. I was getting League 2 results pinned and strange things, bizarre. Brobby's bro apparently plays for Ghana. Don't mention the Brobby. I mentioned it once but I think I got away with it. He was dive bombed by a wood pigeon. He does watch the planes. Tail to toe, width of the hull. Width of the hull, it is. On the subject of cats, Sam, how is Silver? How is El Gato Argentina? Paint me like one of the French cats. Dive bombed by a pigeon. Dive bombed by a pigeon. Yeah, I told you he was going to do it, Astor. I knew he was going to do it. It was obvious. Silver is still an absolute handful. Very British of you there, isn't it? Put absolute in front of anything and it gives it more. Whoosh. You absolute handful. 100% right. A starling. They're a bit like a grackle. Landed on the fence and saw him and proceeded to circle and land in the tree. And do nothing but shout at Domingo for 5 minutes. He's right, man. He gets put up in the kitten cage at least a couple of times a day. Usually when you're trying to make or eat food. Yeah. Get away. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Poor Silver. But gotta be done, hasn't it? Gotta be done. Never have enough cat spam. That's pictures of cats, not spam made out of cat. That'll be different. Cat spam is also what I asked for when I was in hospital after my stroke. Need to go down to the... do I need an MRI? No, cat spam. Cat spam. All right. The starlings are very noisy. Very noisy. I think we had a few of those in the garden today. We had, I don't even know if it was a butterfly or a moth yesterday. Huge thing. I thought it was a hang glider that had crashed at some point, but no. Went outside, this massive thing was out there. So I tried to get close to it. Not too close, with the camera. I opened the back door, I stepped 1 foot out, and it took off. I was having none of it whatsoever. It flew, man, it flew. The chicks especially loud. Because they're hungry. Human babies do it all the time, don't they? When they're hungry, scream. That's all they're doing. worms. I'll have to catch up on Spring Watch. I was enjoying that last night. I usually have noisy pigeons, but lately a noisy cuckoo. Cuckoos can be noisy as well. To the point where you think they're close, but they're not. And as soon as you start walking towards them, so it's getting louder and louder and louder, and this is fucking miles away. Surprises me just how loud birds are. When you see them, little tiny thing about that big, and you can hear them over about 7 fields. You'll work on editing another long form silver vid this week. You should do as well, Sam. Blackbird only very early in the morning. Ours sing all bloody day. And sometimes, according to Paul McCartney, they sing in the dead of night as well. Cuckoos, they're fascinating, their migration. Also a very good folk song, The Cuckoo. Kristen Hirsch did a very good version of it. Blackbirds have beautiful song, they do. They're very, very pretty. Beautiful singists. Fantastic singists. And it's quite funny when you hear them singing, and you hear some of the other really lyrical sing-song birds, and in the middle of it you hear a crow or something going, wah! What the fuck is this? Come on. Either you shut up or learn to sing properly. Having none of it. You got any out? That is very quiet. That is very quiet. Considering it's only 8:45 in the blessed PM. No bird song. I know I've had this closed because, like I say, it's been cold all day. It's weird. So weird, man. You can never see the birds because they're all very happy. Oh, not happy. High up. I suppose if they're high up in the trees, that might be because they're happy. Cuckoos remind you of some Scandi murder mystery related to cuckoo behaviour. They are a bit of a theme, aren't they, cuckoos? The old cuckoo in the nest. Just crows and magpies. Crows and magpies don't give a shit about anyone or anything, do they? They'll just come down and do what they want to do. But the nice ones are the little tiny ones. Always sing beautifully. They're very pretty. So obviously you're not going to see them while the big buggers are around, are you? Although the crows, big crows and ravens and things like that are really, really pretty. Just pure jet black, aren't they? To the point where you can't even see them. Cuckoo, the comedy series, was funny with Greg Davis. And you know what, I think I've seen one episode of that and didn't think it was funny at all. I shall go back and revisit that, I think. The Chestnut Man, very unnerving. Not seen that either. Sure, there's loads of stuff out there, isn't there? There's loads of stuff out there. And yet, what do I do all day long? 70s sitcoms. I am surfing a wave of nostalgia, well and truly. Oh, poppies as well. I cannot believe how many poppies there are around here at the moment. Just suddenly appeared from nowhere. And it's absolute cray-cray. Right, let's see if this works. Beer. Hopefully it works. Might not do, hopefully it does. actually worked. Actually worked. You've been watching loads of really dated sci-fi films on YouTube. Could be worse. Could be worse. Poppy scent. Ooh. No butterflies of note yet, but the bees are enjoying the salvia. That is a good looking bee. It's also a very good photo, that. Well done. A good shot. I like that. I like that. It's a nice mixture of colours there. I like that one. Very nice. Nice shallow depth of field as well. Nice bokeh in the background. I like that. Quality stuff, man. A bus in the background as well for extra depth. Ooh. Oh. This one I like. I like the juxtaposition. Sort of plain green, dark car, dark railings, big flash of colour. Fantastic. Is that a bag of shite attached to the railings? There's someone's dog bag is there as well. I love that. Very nice composition, well done. You've definitely got an eye for it, Tomasz. Got an eye for it, mate. You can see that with the video. Is that your wing mirror? Is that your wing mirror? Oh, it is. Genuinely looked like someone had took the bag of dog shite with them and tied it up, because everyone's doing that all the time, aren't they? And it's your wing mirror. Dark car, dark railings, just green, all of a sudden a big flash of red. Fantastic stuff. Congratu and indeed Malaysians. She'll have water and some sumatriptan. Water's good for migraines. Water, eyes closed, quiet. Or really go for it. Dance music. Go mad at a rave and see if you can feel it anymore. Don't do that. Don't do that. Definitely water. Piss yourself healthy. A lot of headaches are down to dehydration, so I can imagine migraines as well. Wonder if that plays a part in it, or does it exacerbate it if nothing else? Strange things, migraines. Black car, could that be me paying a visit? It's not. It's Thomas's own whip. You found 2 more potential double tomatoes. Oh, they're still small. We'll keep an eye on them while they develop. Make sure, man. The Fall did Eat Yourself Fitter. You always sing Piss Yourself Healthy to that tune. There you go, it's working. My daughter's telling her mates all that as well now. Whenever anyone's not feeling too well. Have you had enough water? Piss yourself healthy. Piss yourself healthy. What's the light beside the teddy? What light? The football. That's a football. We've got lighthouse, shite house, the moon, the teddy, the football. Es un balón. which I need to get in the garden when it's dry and warm again. It's black, it's German, and it's about half the engineering brilliance of mine. Mine has got no engineering brilliance in it whatsoever. Mine's old, man. Tomatoes grow in greenhouse. You don't need a greenhouse in Texas. It's very reflecting, isn't it? Gives it an otherworldly look, that, doesn't it, Ali? Christine, Charlie Bravo 04. Charlie Bravo 04. Everything in good working order? I've not been for a piss yet, but thanks for asking. Oh, you mean, yeah. On the stream, so far, everything is working. Jean-Jers crossed. A Vauxhall Tom. That's a good name for a car. I would drive a Vauxhall Tom. Yeah, tomato planted outside. The greenhouse is unbearable as early as March. But then Texas is that far away from the sun, so one can imagine. Has Mrs. Tom tried an ice pack on her neck while putting her feet in hot water? You'd like to know if it works for your neck's migraine. Is this something you just made up on the spot, Louise, or have you read this? Is there any kind of science behind this? Has she tried putting a clove of garlic in a sling back while facing towards Mecca? The bingo wall, I mean. Is that supposed to work? I can imagine with stuff like that it does. Because of all about nerves and things, isn't it? If you can trick your nerves and stuff into not actually sending pain to the pain receptors, which is why acupuncture is supposed to work, isn't it? Gets in the way, it blocks things. So, Louisa, has he been? Have we got Santa turned up early, have we? Here you call it Opel, you do. Vauxhall in the UK, Opel in Europe, General Motors in the US, Holden in Australia. Sounds like a joke, doesn't it? Apparently it can help. You've not had one since you've read. Right, so you're not just trying to genuinely ask people to do things. You've not had one since you found out you can do this. Next person who has a migraine, try that. Ice pack on the back of the head. On the neck, rather. Feet in hot water. It could. It could confuse the brain, couldn't it? Different signals, warm and cold, and just completely ignore the fact that you had a headache, migraine, or something else. Worth a try, that. Whoever tries it, let us know. A Volkswagen Astra. Or Volkswagen. Yeah, I don't mind a VW. I had a Polo. It was in mint condition.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Sorry. He been. Lovely stuff. No idea what that is, but fair play. You're not able since you read it. Is that a good preventative cure? It could be. It could be. Could well be. Mind over brain matter. Mind over mind, even. There you go, yeah. Could work. You've done an ice cube at the base of your skull, not at the foot part. Fortunate just to have regular headaches. I used to get migraines a lot when I was young. Then I stopped eating chocolate and drinking milk and they went away. At the time when I was 18. Actually younger than that, 14, 15. Until never had. I get one occasionally, and like we're talking every 5 or 6 years or so. That joke was split mint. There you go. Golf or polo? Foster mum always had the golf. As did granddad, as did uncle. All the car you will ever need a golf. Everyone could have a golf. You'll mention the hot coal thing and the garlic clove and the sling back and face towards the bingo when this episode is done. Something could work, couldn't it? Show your flower picks. Hang on, where we are. These are glorious. Depth always works. If you have something in the foreground, midground and background, it works wonderful. Good colours as well there. Oh, hang on.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
It is there. Well done, Christine. Well done. We like you mucho. Here's another one. Again, depth, different colours. I like that. That looks almost Van Goghian. Is there such a word as Van Goghian? There could be, couldn't there? Oof. Dare I say, slightly Georgia O'Keeffe-esque. Dare I. Lovely colours, man. That's a good combination. Good colour combination, I like that. Quality stuff, Mandy, quality stuff. Has to be said. Van Goghian, can he play right back? Can he defend? He needs to. Love flower close-ups. They are beautiful, aren't they? Flowers are beautiful anyway, but the closer you get to them, the more detail there is. There's more texture. All of a sudden you see little animals living on them, or a single droplet of water looks massive, and think, oh, it's gorgeous, man. Can you put the Vision On gallery music over the pics on BPTV? That way you and Mandy get your pics shown. If we could find a way of getting it so it didn't get copyright struck, we would do. Right back in Clubhouse. Left back on the team, coach. There you go. Yeah, mucho apreciado. They are beautiful, man. It looks very Gauguin, but then he was Vincent's mate, so it does make sense. Even the sky in one of those pics there. Which one is it? That, man, that looks. If you add a little bit of contrast, that will look like it's a real Vincent van Gogh sky. You know what I mean? Proper sky. Why is my phone suddenly done now? No. There's no limits. Oh. Christine as well. Another flower. Hang on, what's going on here? What's going on? Things are going strange again. There you go, better. Really beautiful. Isn't that the same thing as well? I always like there's a bit of depth. So you've got the actual flower, but you've got the leaves in the background. Wonderful stuff. I like that. Well done. Turner-esque. Black pansy. What do you call me? Starry night. That's the one. Shift your better, Godbat. He's been watching Porridge again, hasn't he? I like all that stuff. All the owl painting. There used to be a thing years ago. You know, one of those collectibles, what are they called? There was a murder case book one, which we had about 100 odd episodes or issues of even. Can't speak. And then there was an art one. I think I got about 80 of those. A breakdown of how they made the art and stuff like that. I used to love them. Wish I'd have kept them. But I couldn't. I didn't. And I wouldn't. Nice flower picks though. And because there's so many different flowers as well. They're not all the same, are they? And you've then got variations of the same flower. Some flowers side by side on the exact same plant can have different colours, different striations. Glorious, man. I'm all about the flowers at the moment. I am going to get out this week at some point and get as many poppies as possible. As I say, they're starting to absolutely just pop up everywhere, including, and I don't know if this is because people have done it by design or whether it's just because of birds dropping seeds, but loads of them seem to be around the bases of street lights. Is that because birds land on top of the street lights and do their doings underneath, or are people actually planting them there? If people are planting them there, well done. If not, and the birds are doing it, well done Mother Nature for sorting things out. But they look amazing. And again, the juxtaposition, because all the lights around here are sort of, I don't know, ocean grey or battleship grey. All of a sudden there's like a nice big long green stem with a bright red Ujima flip on it. It's fantastic. Where are we? You did. You sent me a squirrel pic. Christine sent a squirrel pic today, which I've had to load onto the main thing to show you. Right? See if you can see the slight issue with that. This apparently is a bird feeder which stops squirrels getting anywhere near the place. Suddenly has a squirrel absolutely right in the middle of it, as if it'd been jailed. You can't stop them, can you? Look at that, man. How did he even do that? Proper squirrel stuff. Look at that, man. And of course, because it was a squirrel, fat little bleeder him, isn't he? Yeah, the picture of the product review. How's this happened? How has this happened? Bird feeder was really nice. Unfortunate problem is I woke up one morning to find a squirrel in there. Does the rose smell? Your red ones don't. Why is that? I thought all roses smell particularly nice as well. Oh man. I don't know. Some flowers are more pungent than others. Like I said, there's a wee bush around the corner where all you need to do is get within 10 yards of the bloody thing and then the smell is just incredible. So sweet. Squirrels defo doing time there, locked up in Alcatraz. Very nice. She's a David Austin. Many roses don't smell. Hybridising for looks or resilience can result in little or no scent. Ah, right, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Now that you said that, it makes sense though, doesn't it? It's the whole area of plants and flowers and things like that is absolutely insane. What they do to protect themselves, what they do to encourage creatures to come in and, you know, pollinate and what have you. It's amazing. Chemical warfare. It's just absolutely insane. Watch the good few programmes on the BBC, obviously, with stuff like that. Roses smell great, especially Cadbury's roses. Did I figure out what was wrong with the camera? It's not been a problem with it since, Ali, has it? I say that, but obviously now it's going to go apeshit. Gardener's World has been invaluable in your plant education. They are boss, aren't they? A squirrel pick in a squirrel nick sent to Nick. Exactly, well said. Do you know what?
That's actually very good.
That is very good. That is very funny.
That is very funny. Very good indeed, was. I'll have to move that to a different level, won't I? So it's in front of everything. I didn't do that. One of the few things that obviously hasn't been fixed. Why is that? Because I'm a dick. Why the system was... Right, the system, Ali Alio, I don't know why. I don't know why. I have spent hours trying to fix things today. But it means that tomorrow to go back to being unfixed because the whole thing's a ghastly nightmare. Rather smell a rose than a lily. Lilies are not good, are they? Lilies are a sign of death, man. Used to use Yves Saint Laurent Paris, which smells of roses. What's on me hat? When Skies Are Grey, 1988. It is an Everton fanzine. Or it was an Everton fanzine. So it's an Everton hat. I like it. I like a good bucket. Bucket, nah. Not good for Ollie, Domingo or Silva. Lilies, are they poisonous lilies? Trop tad too expensive though. Just let you buy cheap ass dupes. You may as well. Some of the dupes are getting better than the originals, to be honest with you. And they are getting ridiculously expensive. Jess got me to get her some for Christmas, didn't she? Or a birthday, rather. And Mum went away on holiday, so she got some cheap in duty free or whatever it was. Still at £100. Bottle about that big. Fucking hell, man. Dad, go on, get it. You are my Everton, my only Everton. You make me happy when skies are grey. When skies are grey. Please don't take my Everton away. Na 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 na. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Oh, thanks, Christine. I appreciate that. I know you're only singing, but I've got to take every last little bit that I can, can't I? Yeah, that's what we sing at the match. That's what we used to sing at the match. It's changed over the years to please take these fuckers away. There's no dupe of Paris, though. There is Blackpool. That, and they should call it Blackpool as well. Make it try and smell the same, only with more seagull shite and sticks of rock. Please don't take my Everton away. Na 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 na. Oh, marvellous. Isn't it marvellous, huh? Isn't it marvellous? Sort of it earlier today, it was claiming US Ultras are the best in the world. Ah, right. Do they mean the football fans, Louise, or are they talking about, like, you know, sanitary materials, always Ultras? Right, footy. I know. Back of the net, what are they? Ultras. They are the football fans, the hardcore football fans. Nah, I don't like the idea of ultras. It works over in the likes of Italy, but it doesn't really work over here. Rochdale ultras, or you know what I mean, Port Vale ultras, just stupid, man. Oh, the Blackpool, it's sell, I'm telling you. US ultras, they would not know what to do with the patio. They wouldn't. The patio bar furniture that hit them. Why is there lots of fat men throwing things at us? Why do they keep shouting, fucking stained? Yeah, there seems to be a lot of people around the world. Our fans are the best, and then all of a sudden you'll show them video of, like, I don't know, Boca Juniors against River Plate, or the Prague derby, or, you know, Galatasaray against Fenerbahce or something, and you go, ooh, yes, ooh. The atmosphere at Anfield's the best in the world, mate. It isn't. Not even the best in the city. Try going to the likes of Eastern Europe when there's a derby match on, or South America, where they get into the ground 4 hours before kick-off and they sing until about 2 hours after the game. Just there for 6 or 7 hours, going fucking apeshit. The fans come out hours and hours beforehand to make sure that all the banners are up and all the rock grenade launchers and things are set in place, you know what I mean? So as soon as the players arrive on the pitch, goes off. It's insane. Oh, the Blackpool. Oh, the Pool Noir. Oh, the Dublin. Top notes of the sea and vinegar. Middle notes of desperation and sewage discharge. Bass notes of donkeys. I saw bass notes of donkeys supporting 8 Mile Radius in Toronto in 72. What a great gig. Does no one get injured by the flares? It takes a lot to get injured by flares. But, yeah, you also need to be careful. The issue that you got with flares most of the time is if people have got really cheap flags and the flags go on fire because of the result of them. We haven't a very good indeed for that one, a Pool Noir. Le Pool Noir. This is Le Pool Noir.
That's actually very good.
That is very good. That is very funny.
That is very funny. Yeah. Tend to stick to boot cut. Ooh. Is boot cut still a thing? Are we allowed to wear them anymore? Are you only allowed to wear boot cut if you wear actual boots? I know skinny jeans seem to be going down the pan, don't they? Even the 4 lads, the famous 4 lads from outside there, all bar one in Birmingham. There was a picture of them lately, recreating the photo, and they're all wearing slightly baggier kecks. It's like, this is much better. This is much better. Don't forget the beer and donuts. Ooh, beer and donuts. I could have had a beer tonight, but it was cold. Now it's not so cold. Used to have Boots and M&S in Amsterdam, all gone. No idea why. My ex-girlfriend used to work in Boots. She wasn't a chemist, she was a prostitute.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Sorry. Am I going to trim my moustache now? It's June. No. Going for it, man. I've never grown it to the point where does it go walrus? Does it go rogue? What happens with it? It's been quite interesting. Because now it doesn't tickle. Plus I could do a Billy Connolly, couldn't I? Do it purple or something. Stand out. Imagine that. Purple. With them on. How boss would that look, man? How boss would that look? Does that work, actually? Doesn't, does it? Yeah. Strange. Blue. I could do it blue, couldn't I? Blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die. I thought it had some purple dye somewhere. That's a dye me hair, won't I? When I come out of hospital after having the Brad Pittification, do it blue. Could do that, couldn't I? Can make a Darley stash. If only I could do one of those, I would do. This side's going a little bit curly, going that way, which is half a handlebar. This one isn't. This one's staying a bit more Mike Harding, I think, this one. Bizarre. My face is just obviously it's a disaster zone. Nothing works properly, ever. Doesn't matter what you do with it. See? Almost 19th century strongman at a circus. Can have your hair done like St. Vesp. Bleach blonde, undercut, floppy on top. Oof. Get it done, man, get it done. He does look very artistic, doesn't he, Vesp? Les sons Vesplus. Ouais. Get it sorted, lad. First game of the season. Imagine everyone turning up at the Hill Dickinson. Just looking absolutely incredible. Distinguished on one side, extinguished on the other. That's what it is, Christine. It is, that's that little bit there. That curls up, it looks great. This bit just doesn't follow. If it did, it'd be waxed, it'd be twirled. And I would be wearing a tweed waistcoat within days. If it continues to actually go that way, you never know, I might start wearing tweed suits and all kinds. Coupe Soleil on the tash. This has got to come off though. Annoys the life out of me. And my dentist never said anything today about it, but she did call me Mr. Ashcroft today instead of Nick. Normally, hi Nick, you alright? No. Hi Mr. Ashcroft. Do I look more grown up? Is that what it is? I look French on my left side. Where? Une cravate. Well, I have a... Is it a cravat or is it a scarf? It's very cravatty. Bloody beautiful. Bloody beautiful. Get in there, you bastard. Hang on. Oh, no. It's an absolute pain in the dick to try and sort out one-handed. It is silk. Very nice. Soho scarves. Man City blue. They don't do any royal blue, unfortunately. If I was going for the French look though, I'd also need a white shirt, wouldn't I? And a black waistcoat. And then shrug as often as possible. Je ne comprends pas. Huh? Louise got you a silk scarf. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Well done, Louise. They are very cute, aren't they? I must admit, like. Just need a yacht. I do. And a pair of espadrilles, no socks, obviously. We all go through that stage, I'm convinced. All fellas at some point in their life, do you reach that stage where you want a handlebar moustache and you want to start wearing tweed, especially tweed waistcoats? My mate reached that stage in work and then all of a sudden he started growing his beard and then putting it into a little ponytail, or two ponytails depending on what kind of mood he was in, and wearing mad hats. Black waistcoat, going for the Walter look. Do you mean Walter White, not Walter Smith, I suppose? Yeah, I could do that, couldn't I? A Heisenberg hat. I couldn't wear a beret. I wouldn't get away with that. Yes, well said, Mandy. As the old saying goes, you must learn to campervan before you can yacht. You love tweed. Are we on about the fabric or the scent? Tweed by Elantric. Twinned with grunt pour hom. Tweed is fantastic. It's fucking ridiculously expensive though. Even second hand. We were trying to have a day out with our work. Just everyone go out for like a pub crawl or jump on the train and play pub golf. Stop at every single station on the way from Southport into Liverpool. But we're all going to go out dressed in tweed, and then we had to look how much it was. So balls to that. So we never. So we didn't. You love silk as well, Esther. It's a nice feeling, isn't it? The waiter look, not Walter. I thought you were about Walter White of Breaking Bad. No. All right, so a waiter or black waistcoats. That's a very French thing, now, isn't it? Actually, yeah. C'est magnifique. I can't speak French. I don't know what to wear though. I see all these grown-up men, proper grown-up men, and they're my age. Where'd you learn how to dress properly at my age? I just tend to walk around wearing joggers or shorts and a merch t-shirt instead. Well, that's good enough, isn't it? A merch t-shirt. Do any of these trendsetters walk around with a Horace t-shirt? Do they? Fuck, Horace Sugar Skull. I need to get grown-up clothes at some point. Walter White with his beige car. They deliberately got him the most beige of all cars as well, didn't he? The one that someone who give up on life would wear. Wear a blazer. Are we going for the entire nautical theme here, are we, Christine? Wear a blazer. A captain's hat. Navy blazer. Cream chinos. Yeah, there you go. Light blue shirt. Cravat. Jeans. Oh, I can't do that. Sorry, I can't do that. I'll dress up as many things, Christine. I cannot dress up as a rugby fan. Fuck that, Sky High. Ask Thomas. He does dress like a real grown-up. And he's also very, very clean. Very clean. Loafers. Oh, balls to loafers, man. I can't do that. Jeans. Jeans and shoes don't work. Jeans and shoes. Nah, can't be doing with that. Merch t-shirt's definitely good for promo. I need to work on the promo stuff as well. I need to change the merch up. No socks, obviously. Can't wear socks with loafers. Oh. Nah. That is just, it's too rugby union. I can't do that. Next thing you know, you'll be telling me to wear a rugby shirt from Cotton Traders, jeans and black wingtips, black patent leather wingtip shoes, to go to the pub to sing Get 'Em Down, You Zulu Warrior. No, not happening, not happening. Very Miami Vice. Espadrilles with no socks, linen suit, sleeves rolled up. You've got to look a certain way to get away with that. I don't look that certain way. Got some new pumps with bows on. It's rained since they arrived, so it's your fault. You're to blame, Christine. The driest year since record began, and you bought new pumps with bows on. It's pissed down ever since. Am I saying all rugby union fans dress like grown-ups? No, no, no. They dress like rugby union fans. That's the issue. Can't be doing with that. You can't wear jeans and shoes. I'm not going all out Clarkson. Not a chance. You definitely don't dress proper, whatever that may mean, whichever group is judging. You dress how you want to dress, Sam. That's the way it should be. Tom to Tom, just checked out your video. Great video, yeah. That is someplace, it is. Next time it's got to be the other one. The better one. Sorry, it is the better one. It's amazing. You can see it on that video. The other cathedral. Because we have one to spare. My Liverpool home. Na na na. It's a new merch t-shirt with the QR code with "Go on, you know you want to" written on it. In some kind of sleazy looking text. So people think it's some kind of filth. Then you click on it and it's me. Ugh. Utter filth. They are really cute. What are they? That's in the eye of the beholder, Sam. Exactly, yeah. Do you think Mr. Sam looks and goes, "Oh, she isn't dressed properly"? Or does his eyes just pop out of his head and his tongue hit the floor like a cartoon? It's wonderful, Ali Alio. You'll do the Anglican Cathedral at some point for all the loyal BPTV viewers. Exactly. And I love the fact that these two cathedrals, because we have two, one either end of Hope Street, which even for someone who's a godless heathen like me, thinks it's a really nice thing to do. Christine, I bought sparkly dance shoes for ballroom classes a week before lockdown. There you go. Ballroom, man. I've seen the trousers those fellas wear. There's no ballroom in them. This thing on. Neither of you dressed properly. Dress is overrated. Dress is overrated. I was thubby at the moment. It's a very northern way. You put T before H all the time. But they're lovely. Are they upstairs in your loft with everything else in the world, Mandy? No matter what you mention. I've got one of those in the loft. Last shoes you bought with the Harris Tweed Adidas Speciales. I like them. I do actually like them. Esther, you think your pyjama goth look is proper? Goth pyjamas? Can you buy goth pyjamas? Imagine them. Pure black pyjamas, right? But as soon as you turn the light off, be like little bats and things show up on them. How good would they be? Send pics of pumps. Pics of pumps. They are cute. They are very cute. Ruined slightly by me being above. But yeah. They are, do you know what? They are very nautical, aren't they? Very nautical. The blue and white little, well, they're going to be horizontal stripes, aren't they? I don't like when horizontal stripes are called horizontal stripes on shirts because they're not the hoops. Those are horizontal stripes, though. I like them. Unworn, never went back. Can you imagine you tripping the light fantastic with some Hispanic dude? Can you speak fluent dance as well? The only dance I know is through watching Steptoe and Son, the backbreaker and the tango, all that stuff. Ahoy! It is very ahoy, Captain. Now. I like them. You will get to wear them soon, Christine. The weather will be fine soon. Probably in August or something when it stops raining, finally. Got a friend who, whenever she was out dancing, used to do that. So he called her Strictly Thumb Dancing. Are you dancing? Are you asking? I'm asking. I'm dancing. Cute, but you're confused now. Here in US, yeah, in the Netherlands and the US, pumps are heels. They're not over there. They're called heels. I don't know why they're called pumps over in the US and the Netherlands, because it doesn't make any sense. Pumps are flat shoes. Pumps are what you used to wear for games in school, for playing PE, things like that. Pumps. Is they wearing the pumps? Plimsolls. Aye, plimsolls and pumps. Same thing, potato, potato. Really, yep, really. Yeah, see, I don't understand the thinking behind them. The US and Netherlands calling them pumps, the heels. Why do you call them pumps? Is there a reason behind it? Me just being daft, but just they don't look like pumps, do they? Or is that supposed to look like a bloody pump? Sure, I don't know. They're from Donegal. When are they making a comeback, by the way? School pumps, gym pumps, when are they making a comeback? I can imagine them being really sort of trendy, indie. Some indie band are going to start wearing them and everyone's going to kick off and start wearing them as well. You know what I mean? People in Shoreditch or somewhere in London wandering around with school pumps on. You say court shoes for heels. Would that be for like going to court? Obviously not a tennis court. It is very, very confusing. Wales gone mad. That's why we're better off being fellas. Aren't we? We don't have any confusion at all with our joggers, tennis shoes, trainees, trainers, webs, wheels. High heels are called stilettos. The stiletto is named after a knife, obviously, so it's normally a very thin heel, isn't it? Maybe even rapier. Goal are back on the agenda, so it's only a matter of time for the old Dunlop Green Flash. My mate had a set of Dunlop Green Flash. You can buy them on where was it? I think it was some 80s sort of casual website. He had a set of them. They looked fantastic, to be honest with you. And they're about 90 quid at the time. Considering they were the cheapest of the cheap, they look very, very retro now. Pumps have like kitten heels. Oh, is that not kryptonite to ladies in the UK? Kitten heels. Not allowed to wear them. Yeah, thin, sparky heel. That's your stilettos. Google says there are several linguistic theories about the pump heel things. Nothing definitive. It's very strange, isn't it? Vinted? No, not vinted. These are brand new. Brand spankly new. Ooh. hang on. There's Mandy's sparkly dance shoes. Strictly Come Mandying. There you go. They don't look very comfy to be dancing in, to be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Nice though, they are sparkly, you can see the sparkles on them. They do look sparkly on the picture. Pumps are what stewardesses were. 80s casual stuff. You're nearly buying Nafco 4054. That's now, Naf is run by Calvin, the car dealer, who's on YouTube. He took him over. Chunky heel, not high but comfy. Louise, you'd wear them to go out. There you go, going out shoes. Oh. Proper gym pumps. Proper gym pumps. I'd wear them now. Bedroom wear. Bedroom wear, is that what it is? The sparkles are all over the front, but you can see them, they sparkle up at the front. They are pretty. Good comfy heel, bit like flamenco shoes. I couldn't wear heels, especially being a smidge under. I'd never survive. Reasonable option, it was the word pomp. And either related to pomp and circumstance or to the pom-pom, the shoes. Oh, the noise the shoes make when they're walking, the pom-pom. Ah, right. Pomp and circumstance makes sense. There's also a reason as to why you call a fringe bangs. And although it still made me want to vomit, it's not as bad as I thought it was. Something to do with a horse's arse. Something like that anyway. Cuban heels. Why would I need Cuban heels? I bang my head on doorways just walking through them. Smidge under 6'2" me hole. Yeah, I already struggle with height. Scared of height as well. Don't be putting me in Cuban heels. Be about 7 foot wearing them. I was born in the 70s. I couldn't have been a teenager in the 70s. A keenager. Couldn't have wore platforms. I'd have been absolutely knackered. Please excuse Nick from school again this week as he smacked his head on another doorway. Oh, come on. Why not? Because I'm tall. I'm already tall. Cuban heels, you say? There's the man who needs... here's a man who would enjoy a pair of Cuban heels. Now, Tom, I shall tell you, I don't need Cuban heels. I'm also not a smidge under 6'2". Louise doesn't need them either, or skyscraper heels or stilettos or anything like that, do you? Being 11 foot 16. Willowy with it though. Our Tom Ash is small but perfectly formed. Don't need to be tall. You're a giant as far as I'm concerned. A veritable giant. Surprised your line came through. You're not always... I don't even know what's going on with that either, to be honest with you. Louise gets taller, she does. Every time I mention her, she gets taller. You loved wearing heels. It made you a smidge under 6'2". It's a good height. That's a good height, apparently, Louise. It can make a lady look very striking being that tall as well. Especially when you're willowy with it. Mrs. Tom wishes she could wear heels. She can't because she would tower over you. Is that what you're trying to say to us? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. The ex-wife was 6 foot tall. She still is, actually. She could wear heels and then wouldn't look stupid. That was the first person she was with that was still either the same height or taller than her when she was wearing heels. She quite liked that. Just didn't like me. I didn't censor you. I didn't censor you. Something's going on. It's harder to get chinned on a night out. Are you going out getting chinned? Is that an issue? Is this a northern thing? An even more northern thing? Northern lasses getting out, fighting with rugby teams. I can imagine you've got good footwork anyway, no matter what heels you're in. Good footwork, good jab. No messing around. Dush. Kitten heels, height appropriate. You reach a certain height when no heel is appropriate. Which is why I wear flats all the time. It's better for me. What's stopping her? Genuinely nothing. I think she has some traditional views about being taller than the fella on her arm. Whereas you're not bothered. Yeah, look at Jamie Cullum and Sophie Dahl. He is a very small chap and she's a very tall lady. They made it work though, didn't he? They made it work. I think partly because she carried him round in a papoose on her back all the time. Yeah, it's no big deal. I don't think it's as big a deal nowadays as it used to be. A lot of traditional values are not the same anymore. Now that you've got women who are 6 foot plus and what have you, just everything's turned on its head anyway. Lads bouncing around in makeup. Just no one even looks twice anymore. The world has changed. The world is not enough. Yeah, no one looks twice. Unless it's like Ronnie Corbett with Gwendolyn Christie or something like that. At which point they would look, oh, what the fuck? What if Spider-Man and his missus? Who's that? If you dated by height in your younger years, you would have been doing much dating. Exactly. Sophie Dahl and Adele early Ozempic. Is that where they got the big weight loss? Thingyo did as well, didn't he? Greg Davis. Manjaro with him now. He said he lost 3 stone and he hated it. Yeah, Tom Holland and Zendaya, is it? Named after a Police album. Zenyatta Mondata, whatever her name was. It's no big deal, is it? That's the ones. And as someone pointed out, the existence of Tom Holland and Tom Hollander would suggest somewhere there's someone called Tom Hollandest. Zendaya, that's the one, Zendaya. Esther's getting pissed off at the moment. It's not Tom Holland, it's Tom Nederland. It's that fucking straight. Buy her a beautiful pair of high heels and say you'll only cry if she doesn't wear them. Ah, there you go. Yeah. Call her my princess as well. Call her Prinny. Got these for you, Prinny. There you go. Straight from a lady's mouth as well, that. Wouldn't know where to start with shoes. Probably the heel. Start there. Try and work out what you're happy to get away with. No. Oh, go on. Yeah, go on. No. Try and work your way from there and then see what she's comfortable with. I know. Every man should know exactly where to start with shoes with ladies. With ladies, if you live with a lady, you should be able to know. There's usually subtle hints left around, isn't there? If you're lucky. If you're lucky, it's shoes. If I remember rightly, it was Jimmy Choo, wasn't it? That was the big one. There's always some kind of magazine left open at a certain page. Oh, look, Jimmy Choo again. Okay, now Jimmy Choo. Oh, and diamond earrings. Jimmy Choo shoes and diamond earrings. Fuck that, sky high. Not happening. Get the right size for a start. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you think how where Zendaya is? It's in Euphoria. So where Zendaya is in, I thought it was in Eastern Europe or Western Africa, Zendaya. We are very close in height and similarly sized in shoes. That's easy enough. Ah, right. So you could, in theory, go into a shoe shop and try some on. Just go in and try a load on and see which one elongates your calf the best. They're the ones we're fucking having them. Because high heels do, you know, they elongate your calves. You've not worn a heel of any kind in decades. Comfy is your thing. Wide, supportive shoes, that's me. Absolutely, Sam. I'm the same myself. Different, I know, but I'm with you on that one. She's banned from banned. Stop getting banned wrong. She's banned from borrowing your trabs. Have to be. Trabs, trainees, webs, wheels. Training shoes, Christine, training shoes. Trabs, like, you know what I mean? Ah, lad, what trabs you wearing there? Webs, yeah. Gives me fucking 110 back there, lad. Kind of them stinking of fucking girl sweat, lad. Where's me 110s? Confusing, I know. Trabs, of course, come from the Adidas trim trab, trainee, from the 70s, 80s. A song by Blair was written in their honour. Got trim trab like the Flash Boys have. Blue with orange, I think. Blue with orange stripes. Your last heels purchased are chocolate suede. Oh, very nice. Do they go with everything? Chocolate. Suede. Cool, Christine. Very. Do we get a matron for that one? That's as near as we can do. I haven't got a Sid. Oh, yeah. And you thought you were a northerner, Christine. A northerner. Do you love gravy? Northern boys love gravy. Webs, Christine. Wheels. They don't know that. Esther, you look like a duck with flat shoes. Ah, so hence always a bit of heel. But feet change with age, they do. Ali, you don't own any high heels. You like Sam, more comfy wear, boots and runners. Runners, what are runners? Yeah, same as webs and wheels and trainees and trabs. You're already dangerous as enough. As enough. I can't speak English tonight again. You're already dangerous enough as it is, Ali, without wearing heels. Suede, feckin' Jesus. Like a bit of suede. They are nice. Always wished for longer foot, as the width of women's shoes is rarely adequate. You'd be too small for commonly available men's sizes. Boys' shoes aren't wide enough. Yeah, and then if you're going to do something like that, you need to start looking at... You have to look at Adidas rather than Puma, because Puma are really thin. Adidas can be quite wide. And then each different shoe is slightly different. It's all bizarre. Trainees are the same to a lot of lads as women's dress sizes are in different shops. Very strange. I know, but you lot are other side at Pennines, on the other side at Pennines. Maybe this right. You're in your summer Mojave slippers at the moment. Very nice, Tomash. Wedges, your saviour. Oh, I see wedges you can get away with rather than kitten heels. Wedges work, don't they? Women like a wedge. Work women like a wedge. Lots of W's going on there. Lots of wedges in summer. Definitely. You like them as well, but men tend to hate them. No, wedges are all right. I quite like wedges, the sound. Mojaves. I reckon footwear is worse for men in terms of dressing age appropriately, because we're told that there's no such thing as age appropriate when it comes to trainees. Wear Adidas from cradle to grave, you're all right. Whereas in reality, you do need to start wearing something slightly different. You acquired a lot of orthotic, ready diabetic footwear in professional life. Thomas has shocked us with his Mojaves before, he has. Those are both very wide and extra depth. Quite handy then. We pass no judgment, but we are too knowing to go and get a pair of Lonsdales. Yeah. You see, you can say that you're not going to buy into all this rubbish, but at the back of your mind, it's like, oh, there's a step too far with this. There's a step too far. Lonsdale strap over webs. Oof. You like espadrille wedges. Never had them before. What do you have them with? Is that like a Mexican thing, is it? Do you put lime juice on them? You deliberately named off the Mojaves for you, Louise. There you go. You got 3 pairs. Did they make you over 9 foot when you're wearing them? 15 foot 11. Saucony is your trainer of choice currently. Oh, what's that? Again, it's also quite scouse at the moment, isn't it? I'm sticking with Adidas. I've worn them all my life. I'm used to them. I did wear boots to the match a couple of times this year as well. Very nice ones. Brown, leather and suede. They feel age appropriate. You're only as old as you feel, which unfortunately I should be in a coffin at the moment. Although you've never tried them, you are croc curious, Mandy. Get some. For round the house, I think they're absolutely brilliant. Especially if you're a clumsy tit. My nephew wears them and then doesn't wear them when he comes downstairs and keeps twatting his legs and his toes and things off things that have been in here for the last 15 fucking years. Who put that skirting board there? Crocs are brilliant for stuff like that. And also, if you're trying to push a car in snow and ice, they're really handy. Not that you do any of those, but you know what I mean. Good to wear around the house. Also, you can wear them in the shower, which helps clean them as well. You had Mizuno on today. They're quite good. I like them. You like moccasins for men. They used to be all the thing when I was young. No one has them anymore. You have people check your shoes to see how high your heels are and be shocked that they're not that high as you're towering over them, looking vaguely threatening, Christine. Sorry, Louise, not Christine. I've just read trendy Christine underneath that. You've got a pair of Vegar. Don't you dare, Mandy. Are you trendy? Of course you are. Very trendy. Around the house barefoot. Everybody needs to walk around the house in either socks or barefoot a lot of the time to help the health of their feet to spread. That's the thing. Loads of people end up with foot problems because the feet never spread. They're always in something like that, you know, like that, constantly squashed in. Just that. Buy clogs then, a better look. My mate, who I went to school with, used to wear clogs when he was 10. Homemade knitted jumpers. He was a farmer's son. A bowl haircut down to about here somewhere. Not a penny was spent on anything. And he used to wear proper homemade clogs. One of his family used to carve them out of a block of wood or something. Fucking, I thought it was a load of shit. These are things that you just buy when you go to Netherlands, take home, nail up on the wall. Look, I went to the Netherlands. I know this fella actually wore them. And he was fucking huge as well, even at the age of 9 or 10. Piss yourself healthy, barefoot at home, telling you. I read that somewhere about the barefoot at home. Even wearing things like sliders or slippers, your feet are squashed together a little bit. Actually open. The weight of your foot pushing down spreads all your bones and the marrow and everything splashed around and makes it much more healthy. Spanish make great shoes, as do Italians. Quality shoes, but I'm not sure I'm a big fan of Italian. They're all fucking loafers, aren't they? Leather loafers. And that's just the Italians. I'm only joking. You've got a few pairs of Camper. What do you think of Spanish? Like leather woven shoes. That's so 70s. My dad had leather woven shoes in the 70s. Very spenny. You wore vibrant 5-finger shoes to work out every morning. Had a dress pair you wore in the office in the summer as well. Toes spread out great, but bare feet feel on concrete floors a bit much. Oh yeah. Barefoot on grass as well is fantastic. If you've got a garden or any little patch of grass, just that on barefoot on grass is fantastic for you. Oh yeah, Tomasz, I'd grab a nettle to the guide as well. I haven't tried this yet. I might be able to be honest with you, Mandy. The walk that I do now, from nowhere, loads and loads of nettles. They're supposed to prick you in such a way that it starts your natural antihistamine. So if you get any kind of sneezies, grab a nettle. Healthy daisies. You had a gog at the concept of dress 5-finger shoes. I know, woven leather shoes. You got a small size, so used to get lucky in the sales. You'd be all right over here as well, Esther. My mum's got really, really small feet. She buys her shoes in the children's section, which means there's no VAT added. So hers are 20% cheaper than ours are. Ridiculous, isn't it? Grew up barefoot in your yard. Didn't have these dang fire ants up there. All of a sudden, I've just read that in a southern accent as well. I grew up barefoot in my yard. Don't sound like that in London. Different place. Yeah. Horses for courses. You can't do that. Bloody fire ants. If you walk barefoot where there's fire ants, you will win the marathon or the 100 metres or both at the same time. You're trying not to think of it. God dang for ants. They sound evil, them things. We don't have much of anything round here, to be honest. Just that little hedgehog I saw the other day. Fire ants. You got them fire ants. That is really how some folks pronounce fire there. You've been there, haven't you, Tomasz? To the great state of Texas. Dang, I'm covered in fire ants. That is really how some folks pronounce it. Yeah, it is. He just googled 5-finger shoes. Was it awful, Mandy? Was it awful? No, not that one, not that one. No, go away. Right, you have got to be taking the piss. Seriously. Just fucking look at this, right? That's bad enough, isn't it? Right. Can you see that? Can you see that? Keep looking underneath when we get to the price. £100. 100 of his King's British pounds for a pair of them. 100 bullets. Fuck that sky high. You're not supposed to go flat-footed, apparently. Podiatrist told, yeah, but you've got issues with your back and everything, haven't you, Louise? That might be completely different for you. Whatever they tell you, make sure you do. Or is that just for your feet? You'll stick to bare feet, you may as well. Certain there's health benefits, but yes, finger shoes do make you feel a little unsure of yourself. Yeah. Get it off, get it off. 100 quid, man. 100 bloody quid. Silver tried to join the conversation on his laptop via his feet. On your laptop even, via his feet. Just you want to get involved, that's all it is. They were not quite that much 20 years ago. 100 quid is insane. Oh, man. The whale's gone mad. Everything's gone up in price though, hasn't it? Bastard, it went. It went. I was going to sneeze there and it went. Gutter stated. Too much stretch on your Achilles due to foot shape. Ooh, don't mess around with Achilles. They are so dangerous. We said that you have a pair of 5-toe socks. Great for flip-flops. Go bless you, Governor. I didn't actually sneeze either. I'm gutted. Oh, is it there? I didn't mute. Sniff. You could have. Right, so that's one of the things that didn't work. Although it's supposed to work, but it doesn't work, does it? Right. Yeah, so you know I didn't sneeze. That'll have to be fixed as well at some point. Why is that not muting me? Or is that because I'm on a completely different mic? That might be what that is. Yeah, do you know, I'm going to check that now quickly. While this particular screen is open. Mute. No, it just says mic mute. Bullshit. Well. That's another thing to add to the list of things I need to fix. Most of your socks became toe socks. Keeps the blisters away. The music played. Has it got music on it? Yeah, look to the bright lights and make you sneeze. It will do. Although I'm sat here in front of an absolutely massive softbox. What do you call me? Yeah. Wonder why it's not working. It's annoyed me, that. Has Bar Raider got a mute? Let me just check that now. Input mute toggle. Input volume adjust. No. Could do. Might do. Input mute. You have to let me know. You have to let me know if this works. And has it come back now? Did that work? When a sneeze doesn't come, I look up to the sun and I praise you for making me shine. Half man, half biscuit. Fantastic stuff. Ooh, biscuits. It worked. Fixed. Actually fixed. Live on air. Actually fixed. Pick scent, can't find your woven shoes, so here's you running away in an Afghan coat. that you running away? I was actually talking. Talking. Thought, does everyone sneeze their way into heaven? Because it's the great light of heaven, isn't it? Bright light. Walk towards the light. Everyone must sneeze. There's a certain vibe to those old pics, isn't there? The sepia tint. So much better than modern day cameras. My dad's got boxes and boxes full of photos from when he was playing footy. On tour. They look amazing. Oh man. It will happen. It will happen. You have to show, yeah, send some picture of you in your Harris tweed for us to pay our pair viewers. Hang on. Show them again. You were looking at the wrong person. Proper that, innit? Love pics like that. I will. I've taken my dad's pics, scanned the Ashcroft archive. It needs to be done anyway because just putting them in boxes into lofts and what have you, it's not good enough. Proper rounded corners, the way they used to be. Little blonde boy is your half brother. Ah. That must be developing.
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Developing. Boss coat. Using 110 film last year. Just sent off a black and white film for developing. Is it prohibitively expensive? I can't speak. As prohibitively expensive as we think. I've seen loads of YouTubers who are also like into photography and videography and what have you. They send theirs off all the time. They've all got proper film cameras, but they're also making millions of dollars a year, so I suppose you're not really arsed, are you? Harris tweed. Harris, it stinks of piss, you know, Harris tweed. Developing, you mean the paper, it's not a film or a camera. Ah, right. Ah, right, got you. Still very poor. You had one too, they did smell. 36 shot film develop. Scans of reasonable quality sent to you via email. Negatives returned. 14 of your King's English pounds. That's not bad. And if you wanted to print them out yourself and have more copies, you can just get a printer and scan it in, a printer and photo paper. Kind of like what I'm going to do with, I'm going to put together a few little silly, stupid little zines. I want to see how they look. Different types as well. There was a certain period in the 70s when all the pics came back with rounded corners and a matte textured finish. How glorious does it look as well? Genuinely. So much better. Bring that back. A purple suede version. Oh. Who are you, Prince? Does sound great, doesn't it? Ali Alio, bon nuit, mon chéri. Don't run too quick in the morning. Tie your laces. Catch you later in the area, proper. Oh, man. Always matte when you do get prints. It's always got to be matte. It looks much better, doesn't it? It's got a proper filmic quality to it, I think. Dukey stuck again. Hang on, hang on. Must be. I think it might have stuck. Has it stuck? Has this stuck? Looks like it. Ah, well. Right, we're going to try something. I've been messing around with some stuff just to see how it looks. I'm not sure this is going to work or not, but let me know what you think. There was no audio on that, was there? There were no audio on it. Your net curtains were purple. Purple net curtains? Say what? I know he said it's not related, but the jukebox seems to stick when I show pics. Soundproof overlay, it is. That's only because I've not actually put a thing in there. There's no audio. There were no audio. I never put the audio in. New set, good. Sound, nope. Alright, I'll tell you what. Audio input capture. Is that working now? Is that working? Audio input capture. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? And then when I take Ali off, it's covered by a blank no serving. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yeah. That was because I hadn't put an actual audio thing in there, but there you go. Just to try things to see how it looks. Yeah, it might look a bit too framed. The bar look has gone a bit. It's only messing around to see how things work. Chat fits. The chat fits really well. That was taken into account, all that, deliberately. This is a little bit higgledy and indeed piggledy. It's not actual frame, it's just bits stuck all over the place. It's not a match hatch, but it was an attempt to try and look how a new overlay would work. Yeah, there was a row of other stuff at the bottom. You had to cut and paste each panel. It's a pain in the arse. Could have done loads more with ChatGPT getting rid of stuff, but match hatch things are moving on slightly. This is an attempt to see what works and what doesn't work. So the chat thing we know works. Instead of now serving, there might be the team or the group or something, or the score somewhere, I don't know. It is coming soon, so it will be done so I can't even speak. It'll be done soon. Yeah, just an attempt to see what it looks like. Always trying to improve. Just for you people out there, just for you. Being invited to a watch along on Saturday for the England friendly, 9 o'clock in the blessed PM. Oh, nice. Is that on YouTube or an actual go somewhere for it? There's an England friendly, there is. Saturday. Prefer the new surround, especially the Bears Paws sign at the top. It does look nice. And also, you can't really see it, but there's a little, on the bottom of the chat board, there's a little Bears Paw on there as well, which I thought was really nice. But again, it's just little, you know, little attempts. Mandy's favourite, KB. Knocked back. King Biscuit. Oh, Boomer, yeah. You're excited for the match hatch, you know, more than for the footy. The match hatch is better than the footy. It's only a World Cup. No World Cup can compete with this. Hopefully, the match one will be sorted. A couple of things were attempted. A couple of things worked, a couple of things didn't. So I think maybe now it's just tweak it slightly. And it should be alright. You're excited for the match hatch, yeah? I'm excited for the match hatch. Oh, first test tomorrow, yeah. Monaco GP. That's a long way to go to see a doctor, but fair enough. York Shice versus Lancashire on Friday. Deportes, 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 deportes. Which is what Trump is trying to do to all Latin Americans. Friendly not shown here, you're afraid. Just the Real deal. Dickinson's Real deal. Bears Paws Ultras, man. The BPU. These colours don't run. That could be merch, that. Can we get like hooligan cards made? Bears Paws Ultras. And then because it's the Bears Paws, it hasn't got 5 fingers, just 3. With you've been 3-fingered by the paws. The Bears Paws Cutters. The charming young bears. I'll catch you, you slag. Yeah, loads of things. So the match hatch will need to be sorted. And it will be. Watch this space. Watch this space. But it will have to be done fairly quickly because it does start soon, doesn't it? I will also have to get some kind of wall chart, which, if I remember rightly, is a chart for the wall. So we know which games are coming up and when. Depending on what time they kick off as well. Not all of them I'll be able to do because I'll be working for quite a lot of them. Different when it was over in wherever it was last time. The match hatch will have to be sorted. You could actually hear Mandy's eyes roll. Normally it's just their R's that roll, isn't it, being Welsh? It's all over the front page. You give me a road rage. It'll be done. On earth as it is in Devon. Yeah, it should be sound. Just a bit of messing around with to make sure that everything fits in where it's supposed to fit. Don't want to get to the point where we start the first game and go, oh shit, yeah, forgot about that. That needs to go in. But that first little thing there was just to test whether or not an overlay can be made which will fit everything in that needs to be in. It'll be right. It'll be right. The pause has skills. There might be a bigger audience for the pause than fans in the stadium. There might be. Doesn't look like they sold a lot of tickets, does it? Show the one that I showed you. If I can find the bloody thing. Hang on, where are you? Where are you, you bastard? Oh, where did I put that bloody thing? This is the problem, you see. I've got so many fucking things open at any one time. When was it made? When was it made? No. Is that it? No, not that one. Was it before that or after? I'm talking to myself here, by the way. Was it before that or after that one? No idea where this one is. Oh, hang on. Are we there? Are we getting there? No. Bell end of a thing. Ah, it's there somewhere. I can't find the pissing thing. I'll sort it out. Moon. The Lord said let there be light. Same time as the pause set. Nah. Oh, hang on. Oh, no. Where's the feckin' thing? I'll find it at some point, not now. It looks alright. Oh, hang on. That. So it looks fairly... It needs to be tweaked a lot. The things at the bottom are not really necessarily needed. The live chat on the right could be slightly bigger. I don't know. But it looks alright, doesn't it? It looks actually... that looks like it could be a World Cup wall chart, which I quite like. So then just a bit of messing around with... There's flags on there, isn't there? Maybe have the bottom left where the flags are, have the flags of the teams who are playing, maybe. Looks alright. Yep. So, yeah. Obviously, it'll look better if you see the full screen and everything's done the way it's supposed to be done. It'll be alright. So it needs a bit of tweak. Oh, hang on. Is the P-brake working? I think it is. Shall we find out? P-brake. 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 It is. The amount of work I've had to... Well, it's not actually work, is it? But, you know, the amount of arse and round I've had to do is ridiculous. Tea. A nice bucket of tea, Mandy. A nice bucket of tea. I would have a bucket of tea. And of course, same as last time, whoever's playing, we can have the lights changed as well. So it should represent the two teams who are playing. Like Spain against England, blue and then red, something like that, you know. All this to be sorted out, but yeah, I reckon it looks alright though. To start, isn't it? To start. Just need to chat GPT the arse out of it to make sure it all works properly. It will. It'll be right. It'll be right. It's funny though. I said to Mandy the other day, I was talking about the using AI to create some of the overlays. You go back about 2 or 3 years ago, most streamers were getting sponsored by companies like Owned, who made stream assets, overlays and things like that. And you don't see them anymore. Just there's no need. Everyone can make the exact same things they did just by using AI. because AI is looking at what they made in the past. Yeah, that's all right. We'll take that, and we'll put that in there. Mad. Not a huge fan of AI, but when you use it right, it does create some amazing things. I mean, I'm not that good an artist. I'm certainly not that good a graphic artist, but, you know, your forum thing today, it was funny seeing how Canva is replacing PowerPoint. There you go, it is. And you can tell straight away, can't you? It does get used a lot in this stream, has to be said. As does Adobe Express. They're so handy, so easy to use as well. Man, you need Thomas, you need a name for an alliance-based game you're playing. Same idea as Mandylicious, but more fighty. Mandefiant. Is Mandefiant quite good? Not Mandyfister. Handylicious. No, it sounds just as bad. How many characters can you have within the name? I used a bit of Canva last year of work and don't know how to do things now. Sam, it's one of the easiest programs you can possibly use. Just on your phone is good enough. And because it's web-based, if you do go on your laptop and log in, everything that you put on is on there as well. But it's really easy to use. Most of my thumbnails used to be on there. Started using Adobe Express for those a bit more now, but really easy, really easy. All the Horace Haiku and Kippers and stuff like that, and the Jeff videos are all on there as well. Mandefiant is ace. Really angry, really angry. There you go, like that one. If it's pics, you find VN easier for layering than screenshot. Adobe Express is good for layering as well. But like a lot of these apps, they're really easy to use once you start using them. There seems to be a really tall learning curve, but it's not really. It's that first couple of days of, oh, where do I find this? There. How do I do this? Oh, yeah. And the good thing as well about them is so many people use these programs. Any Canva thing you want to do, YouTube will have a tutorial on how to do them. Or Canva 101, and you go on there, it just tells you everything you can possibly do. They're absolutely brilliant. I've learned so much. And the best thing I've learned is let Mandy do it all. Far more talented than I am at that stuff. Yeah. The actual genuine beauty of YouTube is not people wandering around showing you roller coasters or there's the Rialto Bridge, all that stuff. It's genuinely, I need to do something, I need to know how to do it, I need to know how to do it in the next 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, oh, I know how to do that now. It's still brilliant for stuff like that. Fixing cars. My dad had to replace a mirror on his car, and it was one of those ones that is powered and all kinds of stuff in there, so he couldn't just unscrew and put another one in there. How am I going to do this? YouTuber. Watched it step by step. Went outside, done it, no problem at all. Genius for stuff like that. How do I? And also for people walking around showing you the Rialto Bridge, obviously. Would that I could, but I can't. He's doing well if he's only had to replace the one mirror as an instructor. Actually, he is. He's not had many issues, to be honest with you, over the years that he's been doing it. He's had 1 or 2 problems, no mirrors. The only thing he has done, to be honest with you, if you have a look at a lot of instructors' wing mirrors or side mirrors, they'll have a little mirror over the top of it as well, which is blind spot checkers and other little bits and pieces, like a curved with a blind spot mirror. couple of them have come off. But apart from that, he's all right. He's a really good instructor. Knows what he's doing, does the lad. And then he tells all the kids, which is not really the best thing to do, but he tells them to look out for Bob and Tom. In that mirror, on your left-hand side, look for Bob. And in that mirror, look for Tom. Which is boys on bicycles, twats on motorbikes. Telling 17-year-old kids this, and you laugh, but it sticks in there when he's told them. Always look for Bob and Tom. Your first lesson, you bounced up a curb and burst the front left tyre. But again, to be fair, I think it's taken as read that people will have a few issues along the way. But 9 times out of 10, people are normally sound, aren't they? Especially the PlayStation generation are used to at least steering, if nothing else. But it is Bob and Tom. Always look for them. There's always someone come flying down here on a bike. Always someone zooming past on a motorbike. Always check them out, man. Yeah, PlayStation generation are used to playing it. They're used to making sure that they stay within the lines on either racing games, or they're used to driving around Los Santos playing Grand Theft Auto, so they're not too bad to start off with. Sayings like that, they're very, very helpful. And especially if it's a little bit dirty, a little bit rude, a little bit naughty. 17-year-olds. I remember that. Don't tell your mum and dad. First thing you do when you go in, you told me about Bob and Tom. We'll get you a new instructor. Handy. Is it mnemonics, those? Are they mnemonics? He is a good instructor. Very patient. Considering how aggressive he was on a football pitch. Very aggressive. Very, very aggressive. And then as a pub landlord, sound. Just really laid back, chilled. Driving instructor, really laid back, chilled. It's in his nature, apart from on a football pitch, when he's very aggressive. And a cross stick. No, that's not a cross stick. Like an electric, only made out of wood. Bob's boys on bikes, or the Bear of Brussels. That's him as well, the Bear of Brussels. Bob Mortimer mentioned him. One of his heroes. They called him the Bear. Why is that? I don't know. Did he shit in the woods? Yeah. Possibly did. I've never asked him, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, this is coming off. It's too hot. It has got warm in here, and I've worked out it's nothing to do with the lights, it's to do with me. Because the windows have been shut, it's just me, it's my body heat. Isn't that mad? Was Jess okay the other night? She was. I'm probably expecting a phone call tonight off her. I think she misses me. I know. I'll just give you a call and expect you to come and pick me up. It'll only take you 5 minutes, and we'll sit in the car for 15 minutes afterwards, just having a chat. Rather than you come round here, yeah. I think she misses it. She misses the getting the lift of a morning to the to work and what have you. It is the famous hat. No work news for her. She's still in the same place. She does want to get out of there eventually. To somewhere that she actually wants to be. I think she's looking at possibly going back to college. Doing a completely different thing. Swap for a visor. You'll have to swap for a visor. Swap for a visor. Can't do that. I look like a really shit card player for a visor. I'm used to wearing my hats. And it's not like, it's not a warm one, it's a summer hat. Although it is fairly good material, to be honest with you. I think she's waiting for one of us to win the lotto as well. So she'll be a lady of leisure. She prefers that idea. Just go and buy herself a mansion so she can sit and play guitar all day. She's loving that, by the way, the guitar playing. All these years later, she's still going strong. I like that. So proud of her. Ain't we all? Ain't we all? Yes, you with your little animation studio in the back of your 6,000 acres, owning 4 or 5 of the tallest mountains in Wales. That Irwidford, can we get that knocked down? Can we get that levelled off slightly? It's getting in my fucking way, it is. Doesn't even talk like that. Just got a new baseball cap. Needed a pink one. But you're not so girly, so you got a pink camo. It's half and half. I'll meet you halfway. It's pink, but it's also camo. So I could, in theory, go out and commit all kinds of girder. Pink camo baseball cap. Very nice. Suit you down to the ground now. Apparently the purple neck curtains are a black and white pick. So we can't tell that they're purple. But you know that they are. I like neck curtains. Every house that we had always had neck curtains. Always. Even the pub. We had half nets. They were proper sash windows. Half nets. No one has them anymore, do they? Why not? Why don't people have neck curtains? I don't want to walk past someone's house and accidentally catch a fella there tuning himself downstairs. Oh, my fucking bills are up my arse here. Yeah, it's sound. Neck curtains would have sorted that out. I was thinking of getting them in this room, actually. Neck curtains. Just for when it's a nice day and it's sunny and what have you. Have the natural light coming in. You have Voiles, Louise. Have you tried the have you tried natural yogurt? Sorry. Again, also old school, like. Wonder if ChatGPT could colorise a black and white pic. It could do. As long as you tell it what to do, it could do. Easily. Easily peasily, lemon squeezily. AI, you just need to tell it what to do. If it doesn't work, try a different method. Try a different way of speaking to it. It'll do it. As Jed is my witless. Lulu, show us your voiles. Lulu, show us your voiles. Pee break though, and didn't even order a Kipper's Red. Alright, well, pee break you as well. Pee break, pee break, do-do-do-do, pee break, pee break, do-do-do-do. Fact. Don't know what they were called there, maybe shears. One of those in the front room, face the street. I think it might be actually. Absolutely amazing. They diffuse the light so well. So all the things that I've got here now, this softbox is there to diffuse the light, which lace or neck curtains used to do all the time anyway. Just makes the size of a window the size of a softbox. Massive. Brilliant. Gives you such a nice quality of light in the rooms. So if you've got something nice in the house, white grand piano or lilies, something beautiful, understated, but horrible smelling to the cats, they look great in that light. Thought of those over the years, but don't recall seeing them anywhere anymore. We do still have them over here, but far fewer people are using them. They do look great when you see them though. But you've got to keep on top of them, or at least you did in the 70s when everyone smoked. Take them down and regularly clean them, otherwise they go fucking brown and horrible. Sunshine ruins them, man. I think it was part of me nan's routine, if I remember rightly. Once a week or something, just take them down and clean them. I like all that stuff. Probably nostalgia again, isn't it? Me getting nostalgic in my old age. I'm going to have to go to Tesco, aren't I? When I finish this. I need foodage, but also I need other stuff. Which I didn't get, which I was supposed to get. Why didn't I get it when I was supposed to get it? Oh. Fingerprint on lens is not good. Oi, oi, Savaloy, you lucky people. I mean, the Netherlands don't have them at all, do they? Anymore, Esther. Quite famous for everyone's just being able to look in everyone's bloody rooms. Everyone's front room, see all the families all the time. Never used to be able to see that here. If folks use blinds more than curtains these days, probably do. Your Wi-Fi is getting trippy. Hope it's not weather related. Oh, it could be. Do we reckon there's going to be another storm? Could there be another storm? Is there a storm a brewing? It's going to get rainy. Here they're called vitrage. Vitrage. Où est le vitrage? Adonde? Vitrage, why is that? Wo sind de vitrage? Waar zijn de vitrage? Godverdomme, jongen. I did not know that. Mind you, thinking of that, the house that we had, the first house we had in the Netherlands, it was all blinds there as well. Yeah. It was just blinds everywhere, the entire house, top to bottom, just blinds. Odd. Never thought about that before, but yeah. Plus the first house, we had a carport in front of it. In fact, both houses we did. Carport, car in the front of that. You couldn't really see into the house. And each one had big patio doors going onto the back garden or backyard. If you close a blind, you can't see out. I know you can't see out. You can see an out, you can't see out, you can see an out. I sound like Peter Sellers. Moi? Monsieur, oh yeah, when I'm talking on my mobile phone. Me and Jess still call it that. I'll give you a call on my mobile phone. We never said that in the films because mobile phones didn't exist back then. Yeah. Have you seen the charger for my mobile phone? If you close a blind, you can't see out. You can't. And you need to be able to see out as well, don't you? See what bastards is coming. You keep them slightly angled open. Lift a single blind to sneak a look at the street. That's called mangling in this house. Mrs. Mangle. It's one of those, quickly sneak. Yeah, and you can always tell someone doing it in the same place. There'd be a little sort of, a light sliver of dust. And then there'd be one little place where there's a crimp in the blind. And there's no dust on there at all. That's the spying hole. Out or out? What's the saying? Is it saying out or out? Out and out? The purple ones was early 70s, hardly any blinds. Alright, so tastes changed after that. It's cyclical, isn't it? It'll go in go round in circles, in circles, in circles. At some point in the not too distant future, purple neck curtains will be de rigueur, as they say in Japan, and it'll just go back in circles. Oh, you think the roller blind, not a Venetian? Full roller blinds. That's more kitchen over here, isn't it? Roller blinds for kitchens, Venetians. How do you make a Venetian blind? Poke 'em in the eyes. Mel Brooks, yeah. Luxaflex were for offices and shops. We had, I think, I remember rightly, we had the really long. I think we got them on the conservatory, door to the conservatory. The same thing, really long blinds. Horrible things, pains in the arse. They need washing regularly as well, just because the sun's on them. They're a pain in the hoop. They tend to go brown. Right. Well, it doesn't appear to be any thunder and lightning anywhere other than, is that Italy? Greece, sorry. Serbia as well. Croatia. Right. And where else? Of course the States is full of it. Anywhere where you've got Tornado Alley, you're going to have loads of that anyway. Look at that. That's the whole of... Not even the Midwest, that, is it? Is it? Cray. Roller blind isn't. Roll gordijn is. Gordijn is curtain, isn't it? Roll curtain. That's the one. We mostly have those over here in the kitchen. Or bathrooms. Bathrooms have roller blinds as well. Loving that you're loving the lightning tracker. Subscriptions to Flight Radar next. I like a bit of Flight Radar. It's good. It's also particularly good of a night when you're going for a walk. And you can hear, for some reason, obviously, nighttime, the planes are a bit louder. And you can look around, you're just about to see the light in the corner of your eye, miles away. Who's that? Oh, Dusseldorf to Cincinnati. Fair enough. It's where the air coming over the Rockies collides with air coming down from Canada and up from the Gulf. It's just perfect, isn't it? Perfect storm. Apparently, Tom Ash, Louise is calling you a daft scouse bastard there. Bang out of order. Imagine that, calling him scouse. You calling me a daft scouse bastard? As from Whittle, lass, Whittle. From Foblong. There you go. Disgusting behaviour. Disgusting behaviour. Very quick thinking. I am phenomenally stupidly good at doing that, unfortunately. I think maybe this predates the stroke, so I don't know what it was, but I have something in my brain that connects letters and what have you a little bit quicker than it should do. That's ridiculous. Thoblong, yeah, is it for Thoblong? Is it better for military stuff? Would the military stuff show up on anywhere? Do they switch it off before they go and do up to noughties? Is that what happens? It's on there, and then suddenly if it disappears, oh, where are they going? Oh, where are they going? Bastards. There we go. Right, so it's absolutely pissing down in the fall for a month. Godverdomme, jongen. Yes, that looks like it started raining heavily. That's ridiculous. That looks like the entire North Sea is about to be dropped on your head. Dry as a bone here, by the way. Dry as a bone. Dry as a bone. easier to filter. You can't filter flight radar. All right, so ADSB, what's that? Can I get that? Can we have that? Why can't I have that? Ooh, planes. Right, I'm going to start using that as well. No ads. Silver membership, the best 12 quid a year you spend. Which is the equivalent of, is that like probably 1.5 coffees or something nowadays, isn't it? And you get no enjoyment out of a coffee. Fair play for a full year, 12 quid. If you can get anything that lasts to a year, 12 quid. Got to be done. Got to be done. I would say. I would always say. Raining. Oh. Now that I've just mentioned that as being dry as a bone, there's a few little it's spitting out there. They reduced it the other year. You were made up. I can imagine. Too many subscriptions, man. If you want to filter for the military stuff, hit the U at the top of the screen. Is that like an unclassified? So in May, nothing. Now in 1 week, more than a year. It is literally, for the first 2 days of June, we had more rain than we did in the whole of May. It's ridiculous. May's normally quite a wet month as well. Starts fairly damp, mildly moist. By the end of it, it's normally quite nice. Not the other way around. It's passion. Absolutely passion. I blame El Nino or La Nina or whoever it is. It's got to be someone, hasn't it? Can't be my fault. That's starting to get rainy rain. Balls to it. I'll have to keep my hat on. You can keep your hat on. True story. What's that? What has she just posted? You liked Tom's vid earlier and your like turned into a plane. How was that? How? Be interesting to start doing some more like that. How did it know? Ah, no. It wasn't. That's something else I'm looking at. Ignore that. Right, well, I need to go to Tesco. I'm knackered and I'm hungry and I need stuff. I need stuff, man. I see that happen sometimes. You think you've seen cats and something else. See what happens. Oh, lovely stuff, man. The cathedral vid, yeah. You wouldn't expect to see a plain thing for a cathedral vid, but there you go. Muy odd. Right, yeah. So I need to go and get some foodage. Safe travel to Tesco. I will. I'm also expecting Jess to give me a little bit of a call as well. Dad, I've been for a walk, Dad. Right, big fat Tesco I'm going to as well. Proper big fat Tesco. Right, well anyway, you know what to score. When the screen is clean, you know what that means. Vámonos, muchachos, vámonos, let's dance.
Getting
And that's that.